just finished this ceiling panel around my fan that's above my kitchen, and that'll be finished with some marine vinyl. But now I'm starting to work on this back panel along that to hide that wiring, and that'll be finished with the tweed that I used previously. So I made some kind of a construction that hopefully will work. Got a solid stud, more or less, or at least part of it, ceiling, and I used my jack and then put some kind of stuff around here that it won't get off of there, and then I will try to push it into the dual lock as far as I can. It is a slow process, but for now I hope that it is working. It seems to be working. There's still room. Now I think I heard it get into the Velcro. Okay. Now I've done the front row, got 2 rows, and I could hardly walk underneath it, and now I regained that 1-inch space that I've had all the time. And it really seems that it is held up. So I attached both these cross members, one here approximately, and they feel solid. Let me see here, yeah. I'm able to walk under it again, so that seems to hold, and I'm quite confident in that, but we'll see. This in the front seems to be a little bit awkward, but that will have that's where my curtain runs, and that will have something like this here when it's attached. Then I have these aluminum angles here, and I will make these long boards, and I needed those boards for 2 reasons, of course. The width of the panel is only 4 feet, and this is about 52 inches wide, so I have about, depending on the location, about 1 or 2 inches to cover, as well as I use these sideboards to hold the sides up. And these boards, which this is just a simple piece, will be covered with the same fabric. And then here where the kitchen starts, I already put some plywood in there that'll be covered with vinyl because of the kitchen. So I don't want to have any fabric over the kitchen when I'm cooking inside, even though that will be very limited, but that happens. So that's already waiting to be finished with vinyl. And then between these 2 pieces there will be a cover piece. So it has been a little bit of a struggle, but I think that it looks good, and I think it's solid enough to stay there up there. Then I think it's a beautiful finish. Looks good. I just started a new small project. It's the ceiling above the kitchen towards the rear doors. This is the hole for the fan. I put some polyurethane on it, just that's the back of it, so that's protected against moisture. And then on the bottom, in this case, I'll be putting some vinyl because it's located above the kitchen area. So I just wanted to have that a little bit better protected against moisture from cooking. So wait till this is dry, and then I'll continue with the vinyl. I got my vinyl. I made one of these mistakes that I often make, and I spray the glue on the wrong side. Now it's difficult to roll on as well. Okay, let's have a look. It looks good. That's okay. Let me see what I can do. Let me see. These screws go through one layer of insulation and then into the wood of this inner frame that I made for my fan. And then finally, because as I said, the fan was one of the very first things that I installed. So I still had this cover. I see that I still have to cut a piece off. I cut this down a little bit. To be specific, I cut it down 2.5 inches. Okay, that's better. The only thing that I still have to do is place a cover over both of these. So I needed a cover strip to cover the fabric of the ceiling and the vinyl of the ceiling, the two pieces. So got a thin piece of plywood. And I have to drill some holes in the ceiling cross member. Hello, Joey. But next thing I'll do is cover it with fabric, the tweed, this stuff. Okay, so I made the strip for the ceiling and then some fabric, the same size, or at least sufficient to cover it. And I'm using the 3M77 to glue it together. Then I have to pull it up first. Okay. Okay, let me see. Okay, there'll be 2 more screws for security. Hi guys, this is Joey and we're building a one-of-a-kind RV. Thanks for watching our YouTube channel. If you enjoyed the video, give us a like and subscribe, or better yet, leave a comment. Thanks guys. You've done a good job.